Our London correspondent Juliana Olayinka is standing by at the Old Bailey to bring us up to speed with expectations from today's proceedings. Hello, Juliana.
Good afternoon, Bookie.
Yes, go ahead. What are we to expect from today's proceedings?
Okay, well, good afternoon from the Central Criminal Court, as you said, the Old Bailey, where just probably about an hour ago, the judge presiding over court to hear sat for about 20 minutes, listening to the prosecution outlining why there are some administrative delays for day one of a trial that is billed to be a 7-week trial that is likely to be very complex, very complicated, and of course spans two jurisdictions. We did see the former Deputy Senate President Ekweremadu in court today, appearing in the attire that he has worn throughout his appearances, a grey tracksuit bottom. He was alongside his wife Beatrice, and he spoke only once to confirm his name. This case, of course, involves 4 defendants, one being the senator, his wife, but also quite late in the day, his daughter Sonia Ekweremadu, aged 25, was also charged alongside a 4th individual, one Obina Obeta, a 50-year-old general practitioner from Southwark in South London, with conspiracy to arrange travel of another person with a view to exploitation. And now, I said that this is likely to be a long-running trial. I believe the defence have put it down to about 7 weeks. But of course, Bukola, this has been in the public gaze for much longer than that. We should cast our minds back to June 2022, when it emerged that the senator alongside his wife were arrested at Heathrow Airport after getting off a flight from Turkey. They were charged with these offences because a 21-year-old homeless male had handed himself into a police station in Staines in Surrey, claiming that he was a victim of human trafficking. He said that he was brought to the United Kingdom to donate his kidney, but from speaking to doctors at Royal Free Hospital in Hampstead, he had changed his mind, and when he had returned to the Ekweremadu household, he is alleged to have been treated like a slave. So the senator and his wife were arrested. Subsequently, Beatrice Ekweremadu alongside Sonia have been granted bail, but Obina Obeta and the senator have been remanded into custody, where they have been for about 7 months now. It is likely to be a drawn-out process. Like I said, the judge presiding over the court today did allow the prosecution some time to gather what they believe to be some crucial evidence regarding the state of health for Sonia Ekweremadu, who isn't in court today. I believe we are going to determine whether or not she is fit to stand trial, because of course she is waiting for a kidney donation. I believe a couple of months ago, in November last year, she did put out a plea on social media asking for somebody to assist her with her health travails. So we're waiting to hear whether or not she will be standing trial. And then I believe there was a matter about some sort of psychiatric assessment of this 4th defendant, this Obina Obeta, the 50-year-old general practitioner from Southwark, who has been in detention. So as to be expected, you know, this is a case that is drawing lots of attention, not just here in the UK, but of course back home in Nigeria. We're possibly going to expect a jury to be selected today, but so far very much an administrative process as day one of this pretty spectacular trial kicks off at the Old Bailey in central London.
Yes, and Juliana, spectacular indeed. And from what I gather in your reportage, the judge wasn't quite served with clear details about the reason for the administrative delay in the commencement of the trial, and there are other details that have to be cleared as well. A psychiatric report from the other person standing trial in the person of Obinna Ogbeta. But are you quite sure about when this has been adjourned till? Was there any adjournment? And is there a possibility in the future that the person standing trial, the main suspect now, Senator Ekweremadu, will be granted bail?
I believe, Bukola, that the bail hearing process has been sealed, which was done just before the new year. The senator is deemed to be a flight risk by the prosecution, and I believe that was granted by the judge, so it's very unlikely that bail will be granted. I believe court sits again at about 3 p.m, although 3 p.m. local time here in London, but that is very unlikely. You know, this is a developing case, a case that grows in mystery as well as, you know, importance. I believe that we are going to receive two pieces of evidence, one in relation to the 25-year-old Sonia Ekweremadu and whether or not she is fit to stand trial, and the second piece of information is that psychiatric report shall I say, Obinna Ogbeta, the fourth defendant, the general practitioner. I think it's worth noting, Bukola, that there are very, very strict rules and that the media have to adhere to, including the naming of that 21-year-old defendant, the alleged victim of human trafficking. He cannot be named for legal reasons, but it is an absolutely intriguing case. The public gallery was packed as to be expected. We did see the adult son of the former Deputy Senate President. He was also in court today, but I don't think we are going to expect any further development this afternoon, perhaps whether or not it will be the acceptance of these two pieces of key evidence by the prosecution. But it is a 7-week trial. We are here on the ground and we will be updating our viewers as soon as we have any further information.
It appears we have no choice but to keep our fingers crossed. Our correspondent reporting from the Old Bailey in London, Juliana Olainka.